Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Percy. I'm here with Diji Agency. It's an agency that's basically going to show you guys a little bit about everything when it comes down to passive income. We've all done it. We've all tried it. If it's out there, we've tried it. We've done it. We've had it. And we made money from it. Now, what I'm going to here to talk to you guys today about is ask, don't sell. Have you guys ever heard of that? Now, that is something that's very important as far as when it comes to the selling techniques. There's a lot of factors that come into selling, but asking and not telling is the best strategy. Now, stick around if you want to hear more. All right, so what do I mean by ask, don't tell? So whenever you're in a sales situation with a customer, let's say you walk in there, it's a cold approach, and you're walking up to the business entrance and you're going up to the desk and you see a secretary lady there. She's sitting there. We call her the gatekeeper, all right? She's sitting there. She's guarding her gate, her business like it is Fort Knox, okay? So she's going to say, she's already thinking no. In her head, you walk in there. She sees you got your shirt on, your polo, your company logo on it. She's already going to shut you down. She's already shutting you down, all right? But one thing that you can do to prevent her from shutting you down is asking some generic questions, okay? If you ask questions, you don't seem like the typical pushy sales guy. You don't want to be an average sales guy who just comes in there and just starts blabbering away about features and techniques and how we are the best company in the world. We're the best BBB. Check our Better Business Bureau. Great. They don't care, okay? Your prospect does not care. The only thing they care about is what you have to offer them matches their problems, okay? So that is what ask, don't tell means. If you ask your prospect the correct questions, you will get them to open up and tell you all their problems, okay? Now, they're not just gonna do that right out the bat. There is a way that you have to use your tonality and the type of questions that you have ready to go in your toolbox that allow you to get the keys to the castle, okay? You get them to open up to you and tell you what their problems are. And if you don't get them to tell you what their problems are, you will not make a sale, okay? So some basic questions that I'm gonna give you some freebies on. This is usually on our course for Diji Agency, all right, in the sales course. But I'm gonna give you guys some freebies as far as when it comes down to ask them some basic questions that are better than the questions you're already using. So, question number one. A question that you can ask is, well, what are you currently doing now in blank? So whatever industry or service you're in, that's what you're going to be asking. What are you currently doing now for your lead generation, your rental process, your client acquisition process, your whatever it may be, right? It really depends on your niche that you're in. Or if you're selling solar, what are you currently paying now for your electric bill? All right, so those are just a few examples, and maybe eventually I'll go on more in detail about certain specific questions. A second one is when they respond to what they're doing now, is asking them how long they've been doing it for. So if you see what I'm doing here, I'm asking questions that provide me more information. You get people talking, that's what you want. You want people to start talking and explaining to you why they do things the way they do, all right? You don't wanna go in there pitching. You don't wanna go in there guns blazing, how you're the best company in the world and you're just gonna solve everything with their problems. It's just not going to happen. All right. Question number 3. Has that had an impact on them? Or has that had an impact on you? So you've asked those 2 questions. And now you're going to ask if any of those answers had any emotional pull from it. And if it did, then asking them, has that had an impact on them? Should let out some sort of emotional flood of gates, if you will. And that's what you want. In order to close and bring in people into what you want them to do, they have to be emotionally connected. Now, you also hear my tonality. I slowed it down a lot. You're probably paying more attention now. And that is how you work tonality. Ask them how they feel. And if they feel great, then that's not good for your business. But those are the 3 questions that you want to ask that can already help you in the field right now. If you use those 3 questions, just to recap, the first one is, what are you currently doing blank? What are you currently doing now? Secondly, how long have they been doing this? And thirdly, has that had an impact on you? Has that had an impact on you? That is a huge question that will lead you to a lot more conversions. Okay? Now, don't take this just from me. There's thousands of people that are using these strategies. And I can tell you, as a 6-figure, I'm not gonna say I'm a 7-figure millionaire, but as a 6-figure earner in sales, I can tell you that it works. Okay? There's steps to certain things. And if you don't get the basics like this, then you don't have a lot of chance to get up to 7 figures. So, work your way up to these levels. Use these basic questions. And let me know in the comments down below how they've worked. Also, subscribe to the Diji Dive Agency if you'd like to learn more about these videos and sales. You guys take it easy. Have a good night. Peace.